Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be looking at the glorious Model O and see how it's held up after 6 months of use. This is my daily driver that I use for gaming, schoolwork, video editing, and pretty much everything else that I do on my computer. I'm going to explain to you what I like about this mouse, tell you how it's held up over time, go into detail about performance and durability, and tell you whether it's still worth buying now in 2020. Let's get started. First, looking at some of the specs, this is an ultra lightweight ambi-shaped gaming mouse from Glorious PC Gaming Race. It has a honeycomb shell that helps it to achieve a weight of just 67 grams. On the bottom of the mouse are their G-skates, which use high quality PTFE material that help it to get a really smooth glide. Attached to the mouse is their braided ascendant cord that I've come to really like. And it uses the Pixar 3360 sensor that's standard among competitive gaming mice. Moving on to what I like about this mouse, one of the first things that caught my attention when I was looking for a mouse about 6 months ago was the aesthetics and the lighting. I don't know about any of you, but I'm a complete RGB fiend. I love seeing the different colors of light and glow as I play a game or while I look at my setup. So the lighting and appearance of the mouse definitely played a factor in my purchase. If you haven't used any lightweight gaming mice, you'll also notice a difference immediately, as this mouse is really effortless to move. Part of that is thanks to the G-skates on the bottom that help it to glide across your mouse pad. And I think they did a great job with the feeling of this mouse, because when I'm in a gaming session, I forget that I'm using this mouse and I just focus on my aim, which I think can't be understated. The point of trying out and getting new gaming mice is to find what's comfortable for you, and this mouse, at least for me, has been very comfortable. However, I do highly recommend that with this mouse, you use a mouse bungee, as the cord is 6.5 feet long. If you're not using a mouse bungee, you're definitely going to get a lot of cable drag and you're not going to get that almost wireless feeling. But trust me, when the cord is being held up and you have just enough wire on your mouse pad, it feels like nothing's there. Speaking of the cord, the ascended cord hasn't got kinked up or tangled once since I've used it. And I think after using it for hours a day, almost every day for the last 6 months, that speaks to the quality of the cord. Next, the honeycomb shell has been really solid and I haven't had any damage or large amounts of dust collect inside of the mouse shell. I know some people don't like the honeycomb shell because they don't like the feeling of holes on their hand, but I honestly don't even feel the holes on this mouse, and I've tried both palm and claw grip, and both of these grips feel good to me even with the holes on this mouse. The Model O uses Omron mechanical switches. They're rated for 20 million clicks, so I don't think you'll need to worry about these failing on you. I've been clicking with this mouse for the past 6 months and I feel like the clicks are just as good as the day I got them. Mouse 1 and 2 buttons are really satisfying and clicky. The side buttons are a bit more tactile. The front side button has almost no pre-travel or post-travel, and the back side button has a little bit more of both. You can press the button and activate the click, but if you apply more force, you can get it to go in even further on both side buttons. There hasn't been any damage, and I've been slamming these side buttons a lot while I play games. DPI button is under the scroll wheel if you want to adjust your sensitivity on the fly, but I just turned off the button completely using the Model O software. Now, the scroll wheel is textured with steps that are really defined and have spacing. If you scroll slowly, you can feel each step of the scroll wheel, which is really satisfying, and they made the scrolling almost silent. They also added RGB strips to the scroll wheel so you can easily see each step as you scroll. I'm not going to deep dive into the software, but while I did use it, it was very intuitive and I didn't encounter any bugs. They give you plenty of customization options and multiple profiles for lighting and performance. You can adjust just about anything you want in there, and they made it all easy to use. Shifting over to the branding on this mouse, I like the Glorious branding, and I think they did just enough on the mouse with the Glorious beard on the left side of the mouse and the words Glorious on the right side of the mouse. From a top-down view, you can't see any branding, so I think it's just the right amount. Now, this isn't a dislike, because when it comes to quality at this price point, there really isn't a lot to dislike about the quality. But I would make sure that you like the shape of the mouse and also check your hand size. There's no mouse buttons on the right side of the mouse, so lefties are going to be left out on this one. The mouse 1 and 2 buttons are flared out and take into consideration the length and the width of the mouse. They now offer a modulo minus for people with smaller hand sizes, so check out the measurements on their website to see which one you think would be better for you. I really had to reach to find a negative, and I can only speak for the glossy version, and it's that it picks up crumbs and easily gets dirt on the sides of the mouse. But this can be easily fixed by cleaning it. I just use water and a paper towel. Keep in mind, if you don't eat at your desk when you use this mouse, then you really won't have this problem, but I'd imagine most people have eaten when being on their computer. Going into performance, I haven't had any issues with spin out, mouse acceleration, or double clicking. Over the past 6 months, I've used this for FPS games like Apex Legends, Left 4 Dead, and Destiny, RTS games like Warcraft 3, but I've mainly used this for Fortnite and I've had a great experience with it throughout all the games that I've played. The glide I get from the lightweight design and the G-skates help me to track enemies and aim easily. I feel like I have control when I'm aiming and I can stop moving right when I need to. Overall, it's a great performer and I have no complaints in this category. The durability is solid. I haven't had any buttons break or have any dust problems with the inside of the mouse. The buttons still feel crispy and the shell feels sturdy. I've used this mouse rigorously for half a year and it still holds up after heavy use. So, is this mouse still worth buying in 2020? I'd say absolutely. If you're looking for a lightweight gaming mouse that's going to perform great while also looking good at an affordable price point. Part of what made this product a hit was its $50 price point, and they've kept it that way since the product launched. If you're a fan of the aesthetics of this mouse, but you're not really a fan of the shape, Glorious also offers a Model D that's an ergo-shaped mouse that might be more to your liking. If you're someone with smaller hands, maybe look at the Modulo Minus or even the Razer Viper Mini. There's a lot of Ryzen competition now for lightweight gaming mice, but not many mice offer this level of performance at this price point. That's gonna wrap up the review. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you're not subscribed, hit the sub button and let me know what you want to see next down in the comments. And I'll see you in the next one.